Whams! I'm Bird.
And I'm Shade.
And this is the anime section of Whams.
And we want to go ahead and like and subscribe.
And comment Whams 100 times.
Yeah, 1,000 Whams. 10,000 Whams? 100,000 Whams?
525,600 Whams.
Yeah, I need to see a Whams overload. I need to see Whams Nation.
Whams
worldwide.
Nation.
Actually, I need you guys to start going to other videos and commenting Whams on other videos too that are like
Unite
related.
The three Whams kingdoms.
Yeah, like start going into other anime YouTubers fucking shit and start commenting Whams. Just don't do anything other than Whams. Just say Whams. But the anime for this week was Nippon Sangoku.
Sangoku.
Sangoku?
Yeah.
Sangoku.
I have to pull up the Wikipedia page because I do not remember the names of any of the characters, but I liked this a lot. I thought it was really, really fun.
It's simultaneously a historical piece, but also it's like kind of in the future. Although I don't think it ever says what year it is.
It says it's in the future. Basically, Japan was ravaged by nuclear war, and it sent them back to the Edo period or something.
It was I think it starts with an M.
It's the trope of like we got apocalypsed ourselves so hard that now things are like what they were like before.
The Meiji era.
Meiji, yeah, that's what it was.
Which the Meiji era is like kind of right before the US was like, you fucking
is the
you need
Meiji
to open your borders
era
and shit like
where
that.
Assassin's Creed Shadows takes place?
No, that's the Warring States.
Yeah.
Is that
Meiji era is more modern.
so that's after that?
Meiji era is
it's the
like
equivalent of being sent to like 100 years back, basically.
the Meiji era is like late 1800s, I believe.
Okay.
Late 1800s, early.
Assassin's Creed Shadows is like late 1500s, I think.
Yeah, which what happened is that like they were doing the Meiji era, and then the United States had come around that time and was like, we're way stronger than you, and then they went like, oh shit, they're way stronger than us. We need to emulate what they're doing, and then they got really fucking strong, and then that's when they started doing all the shit in China.
Knock knock.
But
it's the United States.
Yeah,
we've got guns on boats, gunboats. Please open the country.
I think
stop having it be closed.
Are you quoting History of Japan?
Yes,
right
I
now?
am quoting History of Japan.
I think they had guns. It's just our guns were way better.
They had Teppo.
Yeah. So
Bird is currently playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is set during the Warring States period at the end of the 1500s. So about
we kill Oda.
Yeah,
oh, spoiler.
Like 300 years before the period we're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, so they kind of get set back, but they're still like you can still see like modern roads and like modern guns and shit like that.
Highways, literal highways.
But the show starts off in a really, really like interesting way. Like I was like surprised that they took the what am I trying to say?
The route.
Yeah, where they made the whole first episode like pretty much all black and white.
Which Oda, One Piece was all right.
One Piece was all right. I'll kill you. Anyway,
it wasn't so much black and white. It's just very desaturated.
It's super desaturated, but like they're in like a snowy town. The buildings are all like barely anything other than black and white, and then like the skin is like super desaturated, and it's like the whole first episode is like that. And I was kind of like, what is going on? Are we doing like, is like the whole show gonna be like Mad World, the video game? You remember Mad World?
Yeah.
And like a couple of the times eyeballs were like colored, and it would be for like dramatic effect and all that. But the whole first episode is essentially just setting up the main character as like,
we're living in a farm town. I got my wife. I got a farm.
Yeah, he's just like a regular fucking dude who's really into agriculture because he just wanted to have like a stable job that was like really useful for the community so that he could provide for his wife that he loves a lot. And like it's most of the episode is just them like going around town being like, yep, this is just kind of how our town works. And then
how did the doctor describe the horse's condition? Stable.
I was like, where the hell are you going with that? Yeah, until there's like a moment where there's like a tax collector from like
he's a Tyra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the government that they are in.
kind of. Taira's one of the big families. They're heavily implied and outright shown to be controlling the emperor.
Yeah.
I believe it said that the Taira family, Denki is the main guy, killed the emperor and installed his own emperor, who's just married to his daughter now. Denki Taira, we got to see this guy die by the end of this
I need
show.
this guy dead.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Basically, the most corrupt imaginable politician.
But he's also like kawaii, you know? Like he's kind
That's
of fun
part
with
of
it. He
his
always does
madness.
this.
What's interesting about that, I took that as that he is emulating things from the past, like that he has like his thumb on the pulse of like history, and that he's like seen like the girls doing this,
Which
in,
the main
like, old
character
shit.
does too. He's not
Yeah.
kawaii about it, but he has a lot of historical knowledge. Misumi is the main character's name. Yeah, the show's really fun. His wife goes, "Hey, fat ass," to the tax collector, and the tax collector goes, I'm gonna execute you."
Yeah.
Well, and specifically, it's that she says that to a tax collector working for Denki Taira. That like she says, "Oh, you're working for that fat ass," and then she gets executed while the main guy is asleep. And then he finds out, like the next morning he wakes up, he can't find his wife. He finds Denki Taira and the tax collector, and got his wife's head in a box, and he's like, "Give me back
What's
that."
in the box?
He's like, "Give me
Yeah,
my
straight
wife."
up, what's in the box?
And this is where we see his incredible negotiation skills, because he talks to Denki and he's like, "Actually, she didn't call him a fat ass. She didn't call you a fat ass. She said you work for that fat ass, and that guy took it to mean you, which really means that guy's calling you a fat ass."
Yep.
So Denki has the tax collector executed right there on the spot, and he gives main guy his head because he's like, "That kid's got spunk."
The tax collector being a terrible negotiator, immediately fucking outed himself by saying like, "Oh yeah, well I did say that." And it's like, dude, why would you ever say that? Never be in a fucking court, man. Never fucking
That's why lawyers exist.
You
They're
should
good at
never say, "Well,
talking.
I did say that." That's all he needed not to say to get out of that situation.
Main guy definitely has a lawyer mentality.
Right.
He talks like it too.
But
Like,
all he
oh my
wanted to
God.
do was live a peaceful life. And his wife was like, "You shouldn't do that, though. You should be a brave warrior and
Yeah.
go like."
He just
save the
wanted to
nation."
live in a nice neighborhood with nice people, or whatever the hell that song
Yeah,
is
yeah,
talking
a
about.
modest house in a modest
modest- yeah.
neighborhood.
We pushed past, we explained like how the episode kind of ends, but she, after the wife like confronts the tax collector like earlier, the main character's kind of just like, "Man, you didn't really have to like do that. Like we're trying to keep things simple, but also like that was kind of fucking goated what you just did." And she was like,
"Don't you want the world to change,
she was
Misumi?"
like, she was like, "I think that you could reunite all of Japan. You're so smart. You're so talented. You just need courage, and you don't have it. And you're kind of a pussy, but also I love you." And then they like go to sleep, and then he wakes up and she's fucking gone.
Crazy that he didn't wake up for her being taken.
Yeah, I have no idea how he didn't fucking wake up to that. Like they were sleeping next to each other, like back to back, and they managed to drag her out of the fucking, like she got dragged. She was dragged out of the fucking house through the snow and beheaded, which was brutal. But that's pretty much the entire first episode. And yeah, the main character obviously, like, it was like after he fucking sees his wife's head in the box.
What's in the box?
The courage snapped. He got the courage, and
It's
now
worth-
he's kind of a badass.
Worth mentioning that at the very start of the episode, am I still on screen?
No.
You are now.
At the very start of the episode, there's like sort of the explanation of how we got here.
Nuclear war.
Yeah, like and it's presented almost like I don't want to say like a slideshow, but it's like a montage presentation of how we got here. And it very much reminded me of like, there's a lot of older Japanese like Yakuza films and stuff that will do these montages. So I can't help but think that this is probably, I haven't read Romance of the Three Kingdoms. This is probably some kind of adaptation of the Chinese Romance of the Three Kingdoms onto Japan. I only know that, Shade, you played the Samurai Warriors, or not Samurai,
Dynasty Warriors? I played like Dynasty Warriors 6, and that was it. And I didn't pay attention to the story.
The three kingdoms are named Yamato, Takeo, and Sei. And we mostly focus on Yamato in this so far. Right? That's the main one?
I thought we were in Taiko.
No, Yamato's.
Yeah.
Okay,
Story's
yeah, we're in
been
Yamato.
Because they're like the
But
biggest
there's
one.
there's one scene of one of the other ones where a
Takeo.
small group just takes out like an entire
The
that's
cool
Sei.
ass general dude.
Yeah.
Who we love. He's awesome.
Yeah,
No,
Sei is in the north.
Yeah.
That's where the woman is.
The white tiger or whatever they
which
call
I didn't
her.
watch episode 4.
Oh shit. Oh.
She got introduced at the end of episode 3.
That's
but-
true. I liked this show so much I watched more than we had to. The animation is really, really incredible. The story's
It's
fun.
Got a very unique look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it makes me feel kind of the way I did when Ajin came out, except I did not like Ajin. Because Ajin was one of the first like 3D anime that came out. When I was watching this, I went, whoa, I've never seen a show look like this before, which was the reaction I had to Ajin, except this time it looked good.
It's just got like really thick outlines, which is kind of similar to JoJo's, but like this show is definitely way more animated than JoJo's.
Yeah.
It's also just the realism. Like every character looks like a real person
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
not like an anime character.
They also act
Very
like real
detailed.
people,
Yes.
which is very, very important, and I like it. I haven't seen a lot of anime where people act like real people and not anime characters. Even like Skip and Loafer is I don't know. That's about as close as it gets. What was the? You and I are polar opposites. None of them act like real people. Like slice of life shows, they're not acting like real people. This show, they are acting like real people, and it's more like watching a documentary than it is watching an anime where people are ridiculous.
I could definitely say that. Like it's got a more documentary style to it, where it's like there's kind of big jumps in time.
Yeah,
Because like after that first episode, there's a bit of a time skip.
It's like
before,
a couple months,
Yeah.
and then he's in a big main city trying to take a test to work for the general that I think his wife's name is Saki or Taki, something like that. His wife says, you should go work for this guy, and Misumi goes, I will go work for that guy after she dies.
Yeah.
So he goes to the main city. He gets some advice going like, hey, you better find a hotel before it becomes dark. And then it becomes dark, and he has to fight his way through a hotel of poor people, ruled by one weird asshole rich kid who will become important. I don't remember weird asshole rich kid's name, but he's got long hair. He's a pretty boy, and he's constantly thinking in 4D chess.
I think
I do not like
I
this
think
character.
the family name was like
No?
Asama. I love this character.
Really?
love him.
He's such a dick.
He is a
Um,
dick, but that's great. Like he brings, like he has so much personality. He brings actual like personality to.
He's fun to hate,
the
I think,
show.
is where I stand with him. Like, I don't dislike. I want Tyra to die. I don't enjoy seeing him on screen. I hate him. But this guy is fun enough to have around and not want him to die.
well, but he's like the ultimate. He's like coming across as like an ultimate bro, right? He
Does
he clearly is. He clearly is so infatuated with the main character.
So
Like,
yeah, the yaoi bait is strong
Yes.
with
Yeah.
these two, and like it's that he doesn't want to. His mindset has always been, "I'm the coolest, I'm the greatest, I'm
I'm
gonna
the
do it all."
best.
Right.
And so when he meets main guy, it's like, "Oh, this guy is actually really cool," and he makes me feel a little insecure about whether I am actually the coolest or not. And so he can't admit that. He can't just say like, "Oh, you might actually be better than me." He's like, he's constantly trying to maintain like, "Well, I know I'm better than this dude, but at least if I have him around, it proves that like I am, it proves that he is still secondary to me because he would hang out with me."
He's lowering himself to my level. Therefore,
Yeah,
he's
so-
under me.
I took it as that the main character is actually the most interesting person in the world, but doesn't present as it.
Yeah.
And this guy is kind of interesting.
This
and
guy
everyone
is like
thinks
the
he's
Dos
most.
Equis guy.
He presents himself as like the most interesting person in the world, but he's the only one that recognizes that the main character is actually the most
Yeah.
interesting person in the world. So he keeps saying that the main character do things, and he's like, "Well, that's just really fucking fascinating," and I hate it. I hate that you're so
Yeah.
fucking fascinating. Because
Why are you cooler than me?
I'm supposed to be the cool guy, but you're really fucking cool, and that's driving me nuts.
It's almost implied that like long-haired guy has reached the height of where arrogance can take you. Like
Yeah.
he is as good as you can be be while being arrogant, but like arrogance is itself holding him back. And like main character, by not having arrogance, can transcend that last barrier to
He's unlocked his ego.
yes.
He's experienced ego death.
Yeah.
He took some mushrooms
His-
on his
his
way to the
fucking-
main city.
I would definitely
his
say
wife
losing his
died,
wife killed
just-
his ego.
just completely
whatever there
gave him
was
ego
of
death.
it. But
Yeah.
he never really had a lot of it.
But so yeah, they become friends. They stay in the hotel for the night. They both are kind of friends with all the poor people hanging out in the hotel that think they're the coolest. And then they're off to take the test. And the test is to become a guy under the general.
Yeah.
The general is like, hey, it doesn't matter. You can be a criminal. You can be the worst person ever. You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna put you under my service if you pass this test. And then they're waiting in line, and long hair kid is complaining about the line, and Misumi goes, well, you know, there were times in amusement parks in the modern era where lines would be like 720 minutes.
Yeah.
And Asama just
I
goes,
was like,
huh?
where in the fuck are there
Japan.
lines that are 12 hours long?
Disneyland. Disneyland.
12 hours?
Yes.
Talking about Tokyo, think about how many people.
But say, yeah, Tokyo is probably even worse, but Disneyland doesn't hit like 12 hours, but I've seen like 6-hour queues before.
Sure. 6 hours, maybe.
No.
That's already fucking scary.
No, because like, sorry,
12 hours is the whole day.
this, like
For
last
one,
time
for one ride.
with Sakamoto days, the roller coasters got me again. And I went, oh yeah, I used to go to Six Flags a lot. And every time we go to Six Flags, we would walk around the park over and over again looking for what had the smallest line because people tend to congregate in the same thing.
Yeah.
There's some rides you're just fucked. Like unless you get there right at the beginning and you get in line, you're fucked. You're going to be waiting 8 hours for that. Anything over an hour, I'm not waiting in that. I'll just go find her. I'll ride a kiddie ride before I get on a fucking hour-long ride queue because I'm just going to fucking stand there for an hour and a half and it's not going to be fun.
Yeah. I'm not going to stand in a fucking line for longer than maybe 2 hours.
And
at most.
I'm more willing to just walk around the park and do other shit, wait for people to have to go eat lunch or get bored and
Which
go
also,
home.
the thing about amusement parks is that it's like, and I kind of don't like amusement parks, but 2 hours of standing for a ride, and it's like, what the fuck am I supposed
like
to
2
do?
minutes. Oh yeah.
What am I supposed to do while standing there?
Six Flags would have Busch Gardens doesn't have this, and I think it's a mistake. But Six Flags would have like screens throughout the line, and it
Yeah.
would be like trivia or things.
Bro, they should be
to
playing
help you
fucking
pass your time.
Netflix. They should be
Nintendo
streaming fucking-
Switch.
They should
Yeah,
be
bringing a
streaming
Switch. I saw a lot
Invincible.
of people with
But-
that.
But having things on you, you're supposed to put them in the locker so it
Bah,
doesn't
him up.
fly off while you're in the fucking ride.
They
But
usually
they also have
like
lockers
a,
on the ride or like
Yeah.
next to the ride.
like a shoe locker you could put your
Yeah.
stuff in.
But it's like,
Anyway, Nippon Sangoku.
Yeah.
Arime said that Asama is a tsundere. Accurate.
yeah, he's pretty tsundere.
In the first episode, the wife had said that this general guy was like the sickest dude in the world. She was like, this dude is the only like trustworthy person in the military. He could actually reunite Japan. You should be working for him. And main guy was like, I don't want to do all that. And then after she's dead, he's like, okay, I'm going to go do all that. And we see that guy, the general dude, like lead this ambush where he has his men climb up this super fucking tall highway and like murder
And all
everyone.
the guys are going, yeah, they can't attack us. We're on a highway. How
Yeah.
are they going to get up here?
Yeah.
Let's get drunk.
It's like 40 meters tall. It was what it was.
Yeah, so he climbs it with his men. They immediately kill the leaders and then tell everybody else, like, hey, we'll let you go if
and give you land.
and give you land if you just surrender. And they're all like, yep, we surrender. So this general dude is like the brilliant tactician, and that's why everyone's standing in line to go up.
You got you got to make the general fall to his knees. Pause.
Madly in love, you know. You gotta riz the jazz. What? You gotta riz.
You got to jizz the
general.
general.
You gotta jizz the general. You gotta riz the general so hard he falls to his knees. No, the only stipulation was just make him
Fall to his knees. Everyone fails except for Asama and Misumi. Asama does it by like rope-a-doping him, basically.
So he just goes, I'm gonna fucking cut your legs in half,
Yeah.
and your knees are gonna hit the ground. So he goes and cut his legs in half, and the general blocks it, and he's like, that was a pretty solid idea. That was better
But
than
then he
everyone
like
else.
Asama flips over the general
Yeah.
and kicks him in the back.
Kicks him in the back, and the general just falls to his knees and he goes,
It's
huh.
worth mentioning that every other guy there had tried to knock him down, and like
He just had such
people were
constitution.
like running into this dude, and he's
Yeah.
just standing there unmoving. So Asama is crazy powerful to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And Misumi basically, it's the last like 2 minutes of the test. They have 15 minutes to make him fall. Misumi walks up to him, gets on his knees, and goes, "I have a really good agricultural plan for you. Check out this agricultural plan."
Yeah.
And then the general reads the agricultural plan and says, "Holy shit, this
He's
is
like,
a good agricultural
"This is
plan."
so
And he hands
good.
it to his second, going like, "Make sure this is a good agricultural plan." And he reads it and goes, "This is the most amazing thing I've ever read." And the general says, "Yeah, but you didn't make me fall to my knees yet, so why didn't you do that?" And Misumi says, "Well, I was planning on giving this to you after I passed the test, but seeing as that didn't happen, I just thought you should get it because it's a good agricultural plan." And then the general gets on his knees and goes, "You pass."
Yeah. He literally goes, well, I didn't know what the test was going to be. And now, like, seeing as it's something that's kind of like physical, I know I'm not going to be able to pass, but I want you to have this plan. And that was just it. And the general
And
was
the
just like,
plan
well,
is
that's really good.
basically send out soldiers to the borderlands, which are borderlands. Send out soldiers to the borderlands to grow food, and that way, by having people growing food, we will have more food than any of the other nations and functionally be unstoppable because we will never be able to be stopped because of resources. And that's then third episode, 3-year time skip or 2-year
Yep.
time skip. One of the
I think
two.
it is like 3 years.
3-year time skip. Asama is higher up in the like fighting military aspect of it, and Misumi is higher up in the bureaucrat aspect of the military. Asama, he fights.
And then they
he's in the
barely get
military.
shown in episode 3.
Yeah, Misumi, however,
Did they show the whole the bad guy talking to the emperor? in
Yes,
that
that
one?
is almost
Okay.
all of episode 3.
yeah,
Okay.
but Misumi, this boy loves military law. You've never seen someone who loves military
Well, that's
law so
episode
much.
4. So
Oh,
episode
shit, really?
3 is
Shit.
they talk to the emperor, and it's-
Denki Tyra, fuck this man.
Episode 3 is mostly just that they're having this like meeting with all the generals. They're talking to the emperor
The only ones who
And-
say anything are Denki Tyra and
our guy.
our guy.
and our guy. So they show up, and then it's basically just a back and forth of Denki Tyra being like a fucking crazy asshole, and the emperor being a big pussy. And,
He's a huge pussy. He pisses himself at the end of this.
and then the general being like,
hey,
"This is how we
sh-
need to handle things."
We should not be demanding unconditional surrender to the country that's actively starving. They won't take that well.
Yeah.
And then
He
Tyra
says,
goes,
it's-
fuck it.
You'll pretty much create a perfect scenario for a benevolent dictator to rise.
Yeah,
Episode 4, exactly that.
benevolent
happens.
dictator rises up.
Yeah.
right. So, yeah, I mean that's most of just what episode 3 is. Just
Yeah.
the meeting with the emperor. We never actually gave out our overall score of the show
10.
at the beginning.
Really,
Everything
a
at 10?
10.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm surprised. It didn't seem like you were at a 10 level watch.
It's great. No, it's historical. It's fun. It's serious. I enjoy it a lot. Especially, maybe the 10 also comes from episode 4 being really cool, because that adds a whole another level to the world. But yeah, this is a
Maybe
10.
episode 4 was really good.
Well,
I'll say
The
the
art is great as well.
What's great about episode 4
the
is
music
it's-
too. Sorry.
It starts off by having Misumi in his new role as he's upholding government law, which basically means executing lots of people. And like anybody who's like breaking the law, like all the corrupt people within their camp, he's executing them. And like a lot of people are really like not happy about it, but he's like it's making him more unpopular with other people in the military who are corrupt. But he's
the
like,
general's like, yeah, this is exactly how we should be doing things.
well, and he
Yeah.
says, he's like, well, if we let corruption run, the population will eventually overthrow us. Like,
Mhm.
this is good for the regular folks because they can trust the government more if they know we're really doing something about our corruption. And so, general loves it, the public loves it, the corrupt people don't, but he keeps killing corrupt people. And then the other half of the episode is the woman from Say
the tiger.
murdering the president and taking over by basically she gives everyone food. She's just like, hey, everybody, you're all starving. It's a long winter. We're going to break out these military rations and give them to all of you. now that you all love me, let's go fuck Yamato. And so
Yeah. I was thinking like an 8.5,
Okay.
probably. Mostly just because, like it feels like there's a whole lot going on and also not a whole lot going on at the same time.
Just like real life.
Yeah, I guess so. Where it's like, it almost feels like the fucking prequels of Star Wars, where it's like, okay, we're
Very
just
Trade
political,
disputes.
not a
Yeah.
lot of emotions.
right. Yeah, it's just like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in these fucking districts and shit like that. But what is
Right, hang on.
why does this even need to be animated? Like they made it really pretty, so it's like awesome.
Okay,
I love that it's animated, but also, what are we doing here? Like
It's definitely more for like history nerds and military nerds than anybody else. Like if
Yeah.
you are just excited by the thought of
I love logistics.
logistics,
Yeah, if you're
why
super excited about
battles are
logistics.
won, why
military logistics specifically.
for me it's definitely a strong 8 to a light 9 so far. I think it has potential to be a 10. I wouldn't put it there yet, but I think my biggest criticism would be anytime you tell a story like this, there's certain things that are just bound to be like kind of convenient, like
The wife dying.
no, more so like the main character surviving through as much as he
Plot
does.
armor.
Like, yeah, a little bit of plot armor that certain characters have. But at the same time, not everyone dies all the time historically. So it's not like people in real life don't have some level of evasiveness and luck. But yeah, there is a feeling of like,
What are you doing?
it's never going to be quite as chaotic as it really is. But that's fine. It's trying to tell a story and it's doing a good job. It's very fun for being like a grim fucking war story.
Yeah.
The fact that Denki Taira is always doing his little Kirabosh type shit helps a lot.
Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo.
He's a real hateable villain. Real scary
Yeah, he's
guy.
really, really, really hateable.
He's got so much control that it really makes you wonder, like, how will they to dude?
Yeah,
Like,
The only person that really
specifically-
stands up to him is our main guy, the general man.
Yeah. He specifically, like, when he executes people, he's like, we need this guy's head cut off in 20 seconds. You have 20 seconds, cut this guy's head off. And it's like,
Computer,
what are you doing?
cut this guy's head off.
Computer, murder this man.
Area Metropa says, I love human cockroach characters. This show definitely has some strong ones of that.
He's a fucking prick.
What would make it a 10 for you?
Probably just like more action scenes kind of sprinkled in, maybe, to like really show off the animation, or I don't know, maybe if I was just more into military shit. Like it's just not for me in that aspect. But
Not your specific brand of autism.
no. Not my
This
not my
show could
autism
only
tickling.
get better for me if trains were introduced.
Well, and like you've got like Misumi is presented as like he's got like autistic fixation, where like when somebody brings up something he's interested in, he just starts nerding out and like going on about it. And so I definitely think there's a self-awareness there that like he is supposed to be the type of person who the show is for is someone like Misumi.
Yeah.
The more you are like that guy, the more you
People
will
who
like
play
this show.
Civ.
People who learn history. I mean, if you're into Romance of the Three Kingdoms and you want a Japan, like a futuristic Japan version of it, I'm sure this is probably meant to be that.
I told one guy we work with, because he's really into anime, that this was like Japanese Romance of the Three Kingdoms, and he just went, "Really? That sounds awesome!" And I went, "You know what that means?"
Yeah. I also want to mention this very much like the way the artwork is reminds me of like so when manga was first getting popular, the word manga literally means like fun pictures, and
Really?
like Tezuka was the first person to really blow up on manga, and he draws like the cutesy style that manga is best known. Most of it derives from him, but like in the 60s there was kind of this counter movement that they called gekiga, which means realistic picture, and it was people trying to make like
Berserk.
that would be a good example of like 20 years down the line, but like the whole seinen, the idea that we have in our heads of what seinen manga is largely evolved from Gekiga. But this manga is the epitome of a Gekiga story. Like it looks real. It's about real things. You know, it's violent. It's complicated. I cannot imagine like young people really enjoying it unless they are a certain type of a
Yeah.
Someone who thinks about the Roman Empire.
somebody who
all
plays
the time.
Warhammer.
Yeah. I think this might be a little too feel good for Warhammer fans.
I did try to get into Warhammer at some point, and
I think the lore is awesome. I've never
yeah.
been able to play any of the games.
So that was the thing, is that I listened to a bunch of like what the Horus Heresy is all about. And
oh my god, yeah.
So Warhammer 40K, I should say.
Oh boy, are we about to go down a Warhammer? It's time to wrap up the.
No, so yeah, I got into a little bit of the lore of that, but then I was like, all right, so where do I go next? Because I can't get the figures. And then they were like, oh, read the books, and I was like, you know,
Honk shoot me.
Real quick, favorite scene.
Ooh, favorite scene, probably the hotel scene. I thought was really cool, where they were like fighting each other's wits, and then it was like Asama had his like weird purple inner monologue thing, and then the guy's running through the window, and he fucking cuts the guy's arm off.
And then he has to cut the other guy's arm, or the guy's other arm off. That's up there. For me, it's the Denki Taira / general scene with the Emperor, or Tiger Girl explaining to the president of Sei why she has to kill him. What would have made it a 10 for you? Gang up on her.
Well, like I said, I think it has potential to get there. The main thing for me would be like, I mean, I kind of agree with Shade that it doesn't feel as emotional as I would like. It is so far. It's
like
been
a
very
culmination
like
of things.
thing. Like it's just we're going through the
doing?
plot. There hasn't been like
Where you
all
going?
these complicated, disparate elements come together to make one big thing happen, which is what needs to happen in a show like. I believe it will.
It'll be great, and we can move on from here.
It's gonna be huge.
Take
To
me
the
back off
manga.
the screen. Take me off.
You were off.
What's the new one?
Which would be Agents of the Four Seasons, which Butthole Weeb really wants you to watch.
That sounds cool.
I would love to pander to Butthole Weeb, but also have 3 new episodes of Yomi Tsugai come out.
I think there will be 3 out by the next.
I'm on Agents of the Four Seasons, not just because Landon is wanting us to do it, but because it sounds like a cool title.
It does sound cool.